Chosen ones, I got a word for y'all. Please believe me when I tell you, when you took it personal, you was right. Right. You was right to take it personal. Right. You was right to feel like they was doing something wrong to you. Right. The people who made you feel like you was wrong, they only did that because they living in delusion and they want to stay there. Right. They understand everything you saying to them. Right. But they live in this too. So they not going to agree with you, because then they would have to take into reality that they have to deal with this too. They living in the same thing. And because they want to live in their delusion, they cannot validate yours. They cannot validate you and say that you're right. So do not stay there beating yourself up. As a chosen one, I tell y'all all the time that the enemy is after your mind, right? The enemy is after your mind. You see things. That is a spiritual gift. You see it different because you are different. And you've tried to come up with all types of ways to rationalize it so you can place it in a box and not face it. It is okay to face it. You have to. Because if you don't face it so you can move forward, you will not reach your Jeremiah 29:11. You cannot get there suppressing your feelings. Because until you reach a level where you feel safe, secure, have your basic needs, food, shelter, water, right? You won't even take the time to focus on your mental health, right? As a chosen one, that mental health you carry, what you see happening around you that you try to ignore, you have to face it. And then you have to take your power back by realizing you control what you give your energy to. And then you have to let God lead you into your purpose, right? It's like with the narcissistic abuse, like when I really realized like what it was, and I started to break down these relationships that I had formed, and I saw the pattern, and I would tell other people, and I would tell these people because I have listened to these people. So in my mind, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. But when I say it to them, they would say, no, like, you looking at that the wrong way. It's like, how? Like, that's because they have to stay in this disassociated state, because if they accept what you're saying, then they have to face reality that they have buried so long, and they do not want to face that reality. They have buried it for so long. This is what forms narcissistic people, right? Narcissistic people have just allowed the enemy to use them because of the spirits that they have partaken with, right? Deception, right? Like betrayals, right? Like lies, right? Like all of these things that these are not fruits of the spirit, right? So this is how they let all these negative spirits in, and these spirits are using them, right? So when you come along, that anointing in you, it triggers those spirits. So yes, they come for you, right? You are not crazy when you feel like, dang, all of them. Like, yes, all of them. Yes, all of them. And it's nothing wrong with you. It is nothing wrong with you. They know what's happening. You are just chosen to speak, right? You are chosen to stop it. The generational curse breaker. You are chosen to say no more. No more. And you have to stand firm in it. That's a lonely stance. But God chose you because he knew you were strong enough to do it. That's why you've been rejected so much, right? Because when it's time to stand by yourself, you prepare to do that. You're okay with that. And see, God knew that's when he could be right there saying, baby, I got you. I got you. I done had you the whole time. And then you look back and you really see he done been there the whole time, right? It is all purpose. It is all purpose to propel you to purpose, right? Even the young get weary, right? But God renews your strength, right? You have to remember where your strength comes from. He said that in your weakness, he is strong. He is made stronger, right? So you have to know that. Understand that nothing can break you because God made you, right? I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel, right?